Here's a picture of a horse. Apparently somebody had left this horse out and about. It's hungry, it's starving, it just seems like it's broken down. And then you have a couple things here, a couple pictures. So, trigger warning. Casper the dog. Nearly been severed in half. And this is apparently DA Alonzo Payne is letting a lot of animal cruelty cases go by. This petition, they were able to get enough of the signatures, so we're going to see a recall. We're going to see a recall for Alonzo Payne. And this is part of the reactionary, right? Part of the reactionary, not only for the Democrats nationally, but he was endorsed by Bernie Sanders. So 5,924 signatures. They were able to get enough signatures. They said that the petitions were circulated throughout the 6 counties in the San Luis Valley, which is Mineral, Rio Grande, Saguache, Alamosa, Conejos, Costilla. Circulated through the 6 counties by 69 individuals, 54 who were volunteers, 13 who were paid city employees, and they got $10,000 or something from the... So, volunteers either set up tables in central locations, or in some cases they went door to door. This is revolting. These pictures are hard to look at, but even though I like Bernie Sanders and I like the idea of having a progressive Bernie Sanders endorsed, prosecutor, I want a prosecutor that goes after the criminals. I want a prosecutor that stands up for the victims. As a man, I protect. I'm a protective kind of man. I don't think that being a piece of crap, a shitty man, like a man who's just shitty to animals, I don't find that, impressive. I think that a strong man protects animals and protects the weak and the vulnerable. So I think Casper the dog is going to be put down. It was caught in a snare trap. What are we even putting snare traps out and about for? There's a snare trap. So it was just a dog, and it was sniffing, thought it saw some food, and it was nearly severed in half. Nearly, look at it, it was white as a ghost. Casper the dog. Yeah, why didn't the owner get veterinary care for a suffering dog? The dog got severed in half and it's just bleeding all over the fucking place. But no charges were filed against the owner. What about the snare trap? Who had the snare trap? How did it... The abandoned horse case. They said that it was a dead horse. Is that horse dead? Oh, God. Such a beautiful, majestic creature. When the agent visited the site, he found a horse had been tied to a tree, left for dead for several months. Upon questioning the owner admitted leaving the horse for dead in the snow. The owner had been riding the neglected and emaciated horse in chest-deep snow down from the high country. When the horse was unable to go further, the owner tried to pull and prod the horse down the mountain. The horse was still unable to move. So the owner tied the horse to a tree and left the horse on the mountain to die. That's where the CHS agent found the horse next spring, still tied to the tree. It's not the owner's first experience with animal neglect. God damn it. Why don't they call somebody? Why don't they call wildlife? Call somebody. God damn. If it got caught in the Hershey case, the malnourished and dead horses and dead chihuahuas in a freezer. Hershey case after receiving a disturbing report about a puppy mill with neglected fighting dogs in Costilla County. Yeah, this is in Mesita. Talk about so much crime happens in southwest Costilla County. They were met at the gate by the belligerent owner. Stated he had more dogs on the property than allowed. They could come back next time with a warrant. CHS received another call from the Humane Society in Oregon where the same man was facing animal cruelty and neglect charges for an online puppy mill scam. A newly born litter stuck under a tractor to which their mom was chained. The sheriff's office several partners organized a large-scale seizure of the dogs. The owner was charged with 107 felony counts and 1 misdemeanor, including 104 aggravated counts of animal cruelty, 1 felony count of theft, 1 felony count of cyber crimes, 1 felony count of violation of probation, 1 misdemeanor. However, the initial hearing began with an aggressive attack from the defendant's attorney. DA Payne shockingly decided to drop all charges without explanation, and the case was dismissed. The case was dismissed? 107 felony counts. Get out of here, you. All evidence and testimony provided by Gerald Garcia, our Bureau of Animal Protection agent, was ignored and malnourished. Dead horses. September 21st, 2021, Colorado Humane Society and members of the Costilla County office seized 7 malnourished horses from a farm in Blanca. The horses were living in 2 pens with no water and nothing but weeds to eat. They were clearly malnourished and suffering from starvation. Another horse was found dead on the property. Testing confirmed that this horse had starved to death. 1 count of animal cruelty was charged, but DA Payne dismissed the case. Wow. Part of me wants to say, maybe he's just being merciful, right? Maybe he's just being merciful. The Saguache County Sheriff contacted Colorado Humane Society to assist with investigating a call regarding sick and deceased animals on 2 separate properties in their jurisdiction. They found 9 cats who appeared sick with discharge from the eyes, possible upper respiratory infections, dilapidated building. They found a freezer with 15 deceased Chihuahua dogs. 4 additional deceased animals were found on the property. 2 kittens, 2 more dogs, all with nails that were so long they wrapped around their paws. Despite 9 possible counts of animal cruelty for the owners, DA Payne neglected to file any charges. And the pictures, they said, from those are too horrific to show. I don't know. I think those pictures are actually what's going to, kind of... Here's just one of the pictures of the dogs from the puppy mill in Mesita, Costilla County. So Costilla County, Alonzo Payne's from Costilla County, so maybe he knew the guy. And apparently all you have to do is just get an attorney who'll, just kind of yell at... and they said that this was a malnourished or a starving horse. So that was another picture from the malnourished and dead horses cases from the farm on Blanca. Casper the dog, God, I'm so sad about Casper the dog. You can just see how he's just freaking white and he's just holding himself together, and you can just see how he's just sick. And why didn't you take him to the fucking vet? My God, I don't understand, goddamn people. When a person is sick or there's something that's hurting them right then and there, something needs to happen. Maybe they don't have money, I don't know. Work something out with the vet. The vets, they got into that to help people. So what, they're just going to ignore that? They're just not going to set up a payment plan or some shit. Yeah, no, that's awful. I want to know the snare. Whoever had the snare trap, I think, should be charged. And then her, the person for not sending her to a veterinarian. What the fuck? What the fuck? Goddamn. Didn't you love your goddamn dog? Your dog loved the hell out of you. Your dog loved the hell out of you. Just, I know this is terrible, but this petition has passed. This petition has passed. And so, yeah, I mean, inside a snare trap, it's scared. And they're taking a picture when it's like that. Jesus fucking Christ, like, let it sit down. I don't Apparently they had to take it out of the bathroom because there was just too much blood or some shit. What are you talking about? Why aren't you wrapping it up with something and stapling and getting some expert? Oh, God. So that's on some of the animal cruelty cases. This from the city of Alamosa. They got DA concerns. Lots of exy stuff here, video update 1, 2, and 3. They got, people testifying, I guess, to the city of Alamosa, and staff communication detail and concerns, letter to the Attorney General, animal cruelty cases. Letter from the Colorado voters for animals that went unanswered. I guess we could read that. Let's just take a couple notes here. So they filed the thing, and then afterwards it takes about 28 days for it to clear. And then after 28 days, once it's cleared, then the election is going to be held from 45 to 90 days after that. So, okay, let's say at the end of June, so July 1st, let's say we'll have a decision by July 1st. And so from, 45 to 90 days, that's, 1.5 months to 3 months. So if July 1st there's a decision, then halfway through August or, September, October, somewhere in October, it almost seems like just go ahead and put it in the November election, right? Go ahead and combine it with the November election. I think that it's going to pass. I think it's a bunch of reactionaries. He's only been in there for a year, so give him a chance to correct these concerns, because we do have, that's the criminally accused have a bunch of rights, but the point of the law is to protect the victims. So we need to protect the victims first. So I think that we're gonna see a recall election here. And I think some of it is blowback, some of it is reactionary. But some of it, Alonzo Payne, you got to learn. You got to evolve. People want something done. They don't want just people to do these heinous, terrible things and then just for it to be swept under the rug. They want something to be done. Restorative justice would be perfect in all those cases. There's lots of things. You could have the people go to the animal shelter and have them, feed the animals or something. Have restorative justice. Using the system doesn't always have to be, to smash people and to make sure that their lives are ruined, forever. You could have restorative justice. You could say, what can we do? Can we mediate this? Is there something that can be done, that's not one extreme or the other extreme, right? Either ruin the person's life or don't do shit. We need some balance. So, Alonzo Payne, I was very excited that the Bernie Sanders endorsed man won the position. He beat Robert Willett. Apparently, Robert Willett he's got some embezzlement charges. So that's the big question that I got for this petition, people. Because it's not just, kick the bum out, right? It's a recall petition. So throw the bum out, but you have to replace him with somebody. So who's going to be on the petition to replace DA Alonzo Payne? So it's not just, should we just throw out the DA? You're just going to not even have a DA? That's, probably going to be worse for victims' rights than having a half-assed DA. But you're going to have a better DA, right? He ran for election. He beat the other guy. So this other guy has to be better than Alonzo Payne. Roland Halpern. Dear District Attorney Payne. He makes a connection between school shooters, how they have prior histories of animal cruelty. That guy in Uvalde, he was abusing animals. Basically, he's just saying there's a lot of animal cruelty cases that are being completely ignored. And, As a man, you're supposed to protect the vulnerable. You're supposed to protect the women. You're supposed to protect the men too, but I'm thinking, protect the gay folks, protect the transgendered, protect the children, protect the animals, protect the women, right? Protect the vulnerable, protect the weak and the vulnerable. Even the animals that we eat, we don't have to abuse. We don't have to be torture. We don't have to be cruel to them. You can, in fact, let them have a nice life. They're going to give up their life so we can eat it. So, why torture it the entire time? So it's the sadism in humans that would make, I've seen some of these factory farms where they're just being cruel as shit. So I'm just thinking, Yeah, it's terrible for the animal, but it is making that man much more of a monster. So just one more step to be in some kind of serial, some kind of school, some kind of, just a terrible, terrible. I gotta see what's going on out here.